On today's drive along here in Guernsey, I mount this camera on the dashboard of my van and we start at the really nice location of Jerbourg Point, and you get to see a virtual drive of what it looks like to drive from Jerbourg all the way to the really nice parish of St Martin's. Great information on the way, some great views. Let's go. Welcome on board my van here in Guernsey in the Channel Islands. I've got my camera mounted on the dash so you'll be able to see all the fantastic and really pretty scenery here in Guernsey in the Channel Islands. And as I mentioned in my introduction, in today's video we are at Jerbourg Point, south of the island. It's a very sunny day. It really does show off the island at its best. And at the moment I'm just on my way out of Jerbourg car park. That white building in front of you is Jerbourg Hotel, and they do some lovely cakes in there, really nice food. In today's video we are driving towards St Martin's, which is the parish, and we end up at M&S at St Martin's. It's a really pretty view, this drive. I've been down here quite a few times. It's only about 10 minutes, but in this time you'll see, as you normally do on these drive-alongs, how unique Guernsey is. The beautiful scenery, the really nice houses. On to your right is the coast, and we've got views of Herm, Sark, Alderney. The sea is just flat as anything today. It's a really nice day here today in Guernsey. It says on my van the temperature outside is 13 degrees, but it feels a lot warmer than that in the sun. There's a very slight breeze, but nothing much. This was recorded in the afternoon, and you can see this lane is really tight. Now that's a Ford Transit coming towards us, that car, that van, which is exactly what I'm driving. So when I meet another van the same as mine in tight lanes like this, one of you has to reverse or pull in, and you just got to sort of work out who's going to do it. As I drive along here, you'll notice that there's a lot of pedestrians walking around, so you do have to be careful. I drive quite slow through here. There's people walking dogs with children. There's another car park there on the left, which I don't really go in an awful lot. We head down here, and this road is always longer than I think it is. It takes us to the traffic lights towards St Martin's. So the speed limit in Guernsey, if you're not sure, is maximum 35 miles per hour, but in some places it's down to 25 miles per hour. Some places 15, and some places it's 10 if it's a small little driveway. Surprisingly, I don't actually meet a lot of traffic on this drive, in this little road. And just look out for all the different little stalls on the hedges. You'll see, I think it may be unique to Guernsey, although having said that, I've got a feeling they do it other places. It's called hedge veg, and people sell vegetables on the hedge that they grow in their own garden, and it's a very honest way of selling. They are just putting a little box on the person's hedge, and there's a little tin where you put the money. They normally have a little sign saying, for example, potatoes £2, and you just take a bag of potatoes and pay your £2 just in a little box. It does rely a lot on honesty, and you'll see them all around the island. They sell all sorts. People grow tomatoes, and like potatoes is a popular one. Eggs, people that have hens sell all the eggs on the hedge, and it's a really nice way of supporting Guernsey and buying local and fresh as well. So I know I tend to do that quite a bit. So anyway, we are carrying on. You see I pulled in for a car then, not too much of a problem. There's a nice house on the left there, just over the hedge, lovely windows, really nice views. If you haven't ever driven in Guernsey, There's a hedge veg there, looks gone past flowers. If you haven't ever driven in Guernsey, I would recommend it. It would probably make your skills improved a lot, because you're constantly pulling in, pulling out, fitting through little lanes. It really does improve your driving, although it is a slower pace of life here in Guernsey. You've always got to keep your eyes peeled for people walking dogs and things like that. There's one lady here. As we carry on, when we get into the parish of St Martin's, it is a bit busier. You'll see the difference because there's more shops around there, and there's just a generally busier place in St Martin's. What I'll do is I'll leave the link for the hedge veg video just above now, so if you're interested in seeing what I could buy in Guernsey on the hedge, I did a video on it, so I'll leave the link there. Should pop on the screen now, and you'll be able to watch that. I actually go around buying stuff, and I bought loads of stuff. I bought some fudge on the hedge, which is very nice. They make the fudge at the house. You see the houses. The houses, some of them are small little cottages, the old Guernsey cottages you'll see. And years ago they were built quite small, because apparently Guernsey people were short, so the cottages were built smaller, from what I'm told. If you know any history on any Guernsey cottages, please leave a comment. And also, if you've ever stayed at the Jerbourg Hotel, which is where we started the video at, leave a comment as well. And obviously if you like the video, give a thumbs up, because it helps the channel. Right, we're heading towards the traffic lights. So we are really basically on the way to St Martin. See the sign there, 25 miles per hour. So they do remind you of the speed limits round. And to be honest with you, the police are out and about quite a lot here in Guernsey. They tend to focus quite a lot on the traffic, because we have got a very high density of traffic in the island for the size. So you can imagine they have their busy moments. You know, they're quite busy with speeding and all road offences. So people tend to be pretty good. They stick to the speed limit most of the time. However, you do have obviously the odd person racing around. Right in front of you, see that building? That's the Queen's Hotel, it's called. I say hotel. Yeah, it is. I think it's the Queen's Hotel. It's definitely, I know it's the Queen's. I think it's the Queen's Hotel. Very popular, really nice food. And there's a few buildings along here on the left, few businesses. There's a dentist around here on the left as well. And coming into St Martin's, there's quite a few shops on the right, garages and things like that. This is where it's getting a little bit busier around here. Quite a few people mingling around. As you'll be aware, we're completely out of lockdown here in Guernsey, so there's no restrictions at all. Everything's back to normal, and hopefully it'll stay like that. So it's really nice to see everyone out and about in the pubs, and just on the cliffs and beaches were full up yesterday of people, because we're having some really nice weather. On the right is Motor Mall, which is the garage. Coming up to zebra crossing here, just make sure no one's on here. Then we're heading for one of our filter in turns on the road. There's a pharmacy on the right there, and there's a little jewellery shop on the right. There's some really nice little places along here. Yeah, see on the road, if you look down to the road, see it says filter. So you just filter in turn. It catches a few holiday makers out, because I don't think they're everywhere in the world. I think there's some in Jersey as well. You basically whoever gets there first goes first, and all the traffic filters after that. We are heading, and we are nearly at Marks and Spencer's in St Martin's. Now the Marks and Spencer's is right on the corner, and years ago, if any of you remember, it was a garage, and they sell Jaguar. On the right there, that cream building just on the right here, that used to be the Jaguar showroom, and they sell Land Rovers here as well, and MG. And if you watch any of my videos before, the reason I know this is because I used to work here in the garage. I was a panel beater, which sounds quite old fashioned now. I used to repair bodywork on cars. Here we are heading in, and as we drive through the building right in front of you there that says Vets for Pets was the mechanic's workshop where they used to repair all the cars. And on the right, where those 3 big sliding doors are, you can see the big grey doors, that was where I used to work in there. That was the body shop. Anyway, we are at our destination. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, click on the screen to watch the next video, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.